Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to fill an application for Canadian citizenship. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. Open a Google tab on your desktop or in laptop and type apply for Canadian citizenship online. Hit enter. Once you hit enter, the first link canada.ca, click on this and it will give you all the conditions who can apply for the Canadian citizenship. So the first of all, you need to create an account for yourself. Click on create an account. Scroll down at the bottom. Click on I agree to the terms and services and click to create an account. Now creating an account, you need to provide an email address as well as password. Whatever email address you'll provide here, all the emails relevant to your citizenship application, like the date of oath ceremony and your citizenship exam test, all the emails will be received on this email address. So please make sure that you provide a valid email address and you keep on checking this email address regularly in order to make sure you're not missing any communication from IRCC. So let's create the account. So once you enter your email address and password to create an account on IRCC, they will send you a verification code. You enter the verification code and they will send you an email that your account has been created. And once you enter the verification code, they will take you again back to the sign in page where you are supposed to enter your email address which you used while for creating the account, as well as the password which you set while creating the account, and then click on sign in to log in into IRCC. Once you log in into your account, this page will show up where you can start your citizenship application. Just make sure that whatever application you start creating, you have to submit it within 60 days. If you do not submit this application within 60 days, this portal will remove your application and you have to start from scratch. So it already provides the end date when you have to submit the application. So make sure you submit the application by that day. Click on create an application to submit the application. You need to select for whom you want to create this application, either for an adult or for child. For the sake of this video, I'm going to create this application for an adult who is 18 years and older, already is a PR resident of Canada and lived in Canada for at least 3 years. So scroll down to the bottom, enter the family name, which is the son name, enter the first name, and enter the date of birth. Let's say 1995, January 1st, and click on create application. So now this is already there. Click on start to start your application. Now all the details you have to provide over here. The field which is highlighted in asterisk is mandatory and you need to provide the detail. You cannot skip that field blank. The first question is about the language in which you like to receive the services. I'm selecting English over here. Do you need special needs for accommodation? I'm selecting over here as no. UCI you need to enter from your co-PR or your record of landing. I'm entering random numbers over here. Please make sure that this number is correct as per your co-PR. And all the details over here and mention as per your co-PR. So family name and given name is already populated based on what I have provided before. But if this is different from the co-PR, mention the correct details. Have you ever changed your name since becoming a PR? No. Have you ever used any other name? If you have used, if you were married after obtaining your PR, select yes over here. Otherwise, keep on selecting no. Gender, select the appropriate gender. Let's say it's male. Did you change any gender designation? No. Enter your height. Let's say it's 174 centimeter. You can add into feet or inches as well. Select the eye color. Let's say brown. Date of birth is automatically populated. You can edit it by clicking on this. If it's correct, keep on moving down. Have you corrected your date of birth on your immigration documents after coming to Canada? No. Do you need to correct your date of birth for your citizenship application? No. You cannot change your date of birth after you submit your application. Now, place of birth, enter it based on your passport. Let's say I'm putting India over here. Enter your marital status, whether you are married, single, divorced, or what. For this application, I'm marking it as single. I would suggest if you're applying this Canadian citizenship application for your whole family, create separate application for everyone, like for all the adults at least, because the single application get processed within 3 or 4 months, whereas the application of the family they take more months, like 7 or 8 months. So in order to reduce the time to process your application quickly, apply it individually. It already prompted that the page is ready. You can click on next to move on to the further details. Once you click on next, you will be taken to this page where you are going to enter your contact information. As you can see, the personal info tab is already completed. Now you have to fill your contact information, how IRCC can contact you. So select the country as Canada, since I'm applying for Canada. You can either search your address, you need to search your address. Now, for the sake of this application, I'm providing a random address. This is this is not my real address. So this is the one, and it is automatically populated. It is automatically populated the postal code and everything. Is the mailing address same as your own home address? Click on yes. Provide the phone number. It's from Canada and US. Type of your number is cellular. Enter the phone number 888-555-1212. Do you have any other phone number? Select no or yes. If you do have another, select yes and provide that as well. Is someone helping you to fill out this application? Since you're filling this application on your own, select no. And do you want to appoint a representative to communicate through IRCC? Select no, since you are filling this application on your own and you will be communicating with IRCC directly. So as you can see, this page is already ready. You should click on save every time you fill up a page so that none of the information is lost in case the connectivity is lost or all that. Click on next to move on to the further section. In the next section, you need to upload your photograph and your ID proof. The specification of the photographs are listed over here. You can go to any convenience store or Walmart or Staples and ask them to click a photo of yours for the Canadian citizenship application. You don't need the hard copy of the photograph. Just ask them to email the photograph to you on your email address, and you can directly upload that photograph over here. For the ID proof, you can use your current passport first page, the ID page, as well as your driving license. Let me show you how it will look like after uploading the photos and IDs. As you can see, I have uploaded the pic. You can also click on view to view the pic which you have uploaded, that you have uploaded the correct pic. And you need to also provide the detail of the photographer who clicked your photograph. So let me just provide the details. Country or territory is Canada. And you need to provide the address as well. So I'm just giving a random address. Yeah. And when the photograph was taken, you need this photograph cannot be more than 6 months old. So I'm just taking 15th of December because today is it's January. Then you need to provide the ID, whether you are providing a PR card or you are providing a passport. Upload the passport or PR card. And for the other ID proof, you can choose any of these: health card, driving license, or any other ID card issued by the government. Just upload them and check if the page is ready. The page is ready. Click on next. In this session, you will be filling out all the information about the address where you have stayed in the past 5 years, starting from the date when you are applying for the Canadian citizenship application. So let's say if you are in Canada from last 4 years and 1 year before that you were in your native country, so you have to provide the address of your native country as well, along with all the address in Canada where you have stayed in past 4 years. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to take one Canadian address where I've been staying from past 4 years and one native address from some other country where the person who is applying for this application have stayed. So from here, let's say 2021 till 1 January till 1. And if I mark this as current address, you need to, this will automatically blank out. Otherwise, you need to provide from and to date for all the addresses where you have stayed in the past 5 years. So the first is Canada. Search address is, let's say, 120 Parliament Street. This is just a random address. That's it. And just save this address, and you can edit and delete this. Now you need to enter the another address, let's say from 2020 January 1 till 2020 December 31st, because from 1st January we are showing that we are staying in Canada. So let's say India, and then enter ABC Street. City is, let's say, Delhi. Just go 1110024445 and then save address. So as you can see, from 1st January 2021 to present, it's showing Canadian address, and below that it is showing Indian address. Just both are random addresses. Then in the next question is police certificates. In the last 4 years, have you stayed for more than 6 months outside Canada? I'm marking this as no, but if you're marking it as yes, you need to provide the police certificate. Okay. Do you have a social insurance number? Since you're filing taxes in Canada, you should have it. Mark it as yes and provide the number. So this is just a random number. I think I need to move out the space. Yeah. When you file did you file, say, yes, taxi 2024, yes, 2023, yes, 2022, yes. You need to, since 2021, 20, since I'm marking that the person is was out of Canada in 2020, so I'm marking it as no. And were you required to file taxes for this year? I'm marking it as no. And then you authorize that they can use your SIN information and tax information what you have filed for these years to verify with what you have written in this application. Do you currently have any citizenship status in any of the country excluding Canada? If you are a citizen of your birth country, mark it as yes, and then you need to provide the date. Since, like, let's say the person is from India and he was born in India, so he is a citizen of that country since the day he's born. So let's say 1995, January 1, and end day is not applicable, he's still a citizen. But if a person is holding multiple citizenship of different countries, you need to provide all the details as to when you become the citizen until when you were holding that citizenship, and then provide the name of the country and status, citizen. Okay, save status. Now, have you ever held passport? Click on yes, because without passport you cannot come to Canada. Enter all the details of your passport since you issued right from the beginning, and just keep on entering them. So let's say 2015, month is, let's say, August 15, and expiry date is, let's say, 2025, August 14. And then provide the passport number. Let's say this is a random number. Okay, country of issue is India, place of issue is, let's say, Delhi. Do you have a bio page? Yes. And then you need to upload the bio page over here. You need to provide all your passport, all the previous passport. If you have multiple passport in the past, you need to provide the details of all of them. And you need to also, for all the bio page of multiple passport, you need to create a common PDF and upload it over here. Since I'm entering the passport details of only one passport, I'm just uploading one page over here. So once you upload it, you can save the document and then check if the page is ready. As you can see, we are ready with this page. So now we can move on to the next section. The next section is all about asking your work related activities. So you need to provide your employment details or your education history from the last 5 years, starting from your date on which you are applying for the citizenship application. Even if you are unemployed during a certain period of time, you need to provide the details of that as well. If they find some gap or something in your employment records, they will return it back to you. So be very careful while filling on all these details and do not skip anything. So let's say from start most recently from the current one. I'm going to fill like from the past 4 years. I've shown that this person is showing is residing in Canada. From the last 4 years, I'm going to put like 3.5 years he's working in some company and 6 months he was unemployed. And from past 1 year where he was in a native country, I'm going to fill the employment details of that country. Okay, for the reference. So let's say from 2020 one, and month was, let's say, July till this is my current, so it will capture this. Occupation is, let's say, private service, and give the name, let's say, Facebook. Yeah. And then where you were working, so let's say this person is Canada from past 3 years, and let's give the address, Bay Street, Toronto. Let's say 10 Bay Street, random. Okay, and then save this activity. Now next add the another one. So let's say from 2021, sorry, till from January till 2021 June, um, mention unemployed. This person came to Canada and was searching for employment. Just type it as not applicable, and country was Canada. And then fill the same address. Let's say it's in Toronto. Okay, and then save this activity. So last one address for the first year from 2020. Let's say January till 2020 December, and put private service, and then let's say it was Meta, and then let's say provide it was he was working in India. Address them, give the address XYZ Street, city, let's say Delhi, and save activity. So now you have mentioned all the details of the five employment records of the past 5 years. Moving to the next section, this page is ready and you can click on next. The next section is related to the activities, whether you are a terrorist or not. So it should be no, but just read through it. Are you serving a term? Are you in jail? Are you in probation? Are you in parole? I'm putting everything as no. Are you serving a sentence outside Canada? No. I've been ever charged with a trial? No. Inside Canada, outside Canada? No. Have you under been removal order? No. Have you charged with of a violent crime or crime against humanity? No. In the last 5 years before citizenship, have you ever been prohibited from taking the oath of citizenship? No. In the 10 years immediately before the date of your citizenship application, was your Canadian citizenship taken away? No. Have you ever been convicted of a crime? No. Outside Canada? No. While a PR, have you ever been accused of terrorism? No. Outside Canada terrorism? No. Have you been a part of a terrorist group? No. By checking this box, check this box that you have read all the prohibition. Now this page is ready. Let's move on to the next section. In this section, you have to provide your language proof. Do you have proof of knowledge of English or French? Click on yes. You need to take a IELTS test. So over here, you need to select this international language IELTS test, and then you need to upload your IELTS test result over here. The next section is the physical presence calculator, where you will be providing the details of all the places where you have gone in the past 5 years and where you have stayed in past 5 years. So it also provides the eligibility period that you need to provide the details from this date to this date. And to become a Canadian citizen, you should at least stay 3 years during the past 5 years. Okay, so let's get started with the section. During the 5 year, did you live outside of Canada as a Crown servant? I'm marking this as no. As a family member of a Crown citizen servant, I'm marking this as no. When did you become the permanent resident? Enter the details of this from your co-PR, the lending document. So let's say 2021, the person arrived in Canada and he became the PR of that. Save this. And during the 5 year period, did you have a temporary resident status become a Canadian PR? I'm marking it as no, but if it applies to you, mark it as yes. Did you have a valid protected person status? I'm marking it as no. Did you serve a sentence in past 5 years? No. Did you leave Canada for any reason? If you have gone to even your home country, mark it as yes and provide the details of all the time which you have been there in the past 5 years. So you need to add the absence. So let's say this person went to US for 1 month in 2023, say June 1st, and the date that person turned in 2023, June 30th. Did you stay in any other country during this period? I'm marking it as no, and you went there as tourism. Save this. For the sake of this application, I'm adding another absence. Let's say the person went to India, his home country, for 2 months. So let's say in 2024, the person went in January 1st and came back in 2024, Feb 29th. So, did you visit any other country? Let's say no, and reason, let's say visited a family member. Mark it as safe. And now you need to calculate your physical presence. Click on this button, and since it's green, that means you have completed the eligibility period. So, let's move on to the next page. Click on next. The next section is basically a consent section. Whether you want to receive a congratulatory letter from your member of parliament, you can select yes or no. It doesn't matter. You can select yes as well. And you want to include your name in the National Register of Electors, you can mark it as yes or no depending upon your criteria. Request for authorization, you authorize IRCC to verify the details entered by you from the IRCC and your PR card and everything. Click on yes. And now here comes the question whether you want to receive your citizenship certificate on paper or in electronic. If you're selecting paper, you have to go there for the physical oath ceremony. And if you're selecting electronic, that means you can have an online oath ceremony. So choose upon your convenience what you want. So I'm selecting paper over here for this application. This page is ready, and now you can move on to the next section. The next section is the optional document section, where they have given you a choice to provide additional documents to support your citizenship application. You can maximum upload 4 files over here. And as you can see, this is optional. You can leave this as blank as well. I'm going to save this as application so that I'm not missing anything. And as you can see on the first tab, provide details tab is complete. So now you can click on pay fee tab. Now on this page, they provide you a link to pay the fees online, and you need to upload that fee receipt over here. You can't pay the fees from here. You need to upload your fee receipt here. So click on this link to start for the payment. Scroll down and click on here. These are the mode of payments and everything. So from here, select citizenship and click on continue. Over here they have listed the price. So it was adult one application. Put this. If you're putting the child application, you can mark this one as well, so you can pay all the fees together and upload the same receipt in both the applications. So if you're paying for the citizenship certificate, these are the different prices which you can use. And click on submit. Now this is a summary. Now this is not the receipt, you need to log in and pay over here. So click on login and pay, and you need to create your account over here. You need to register and then pay for it. You need to register for that account and you'll be taken up to this page. They are mentioning the fee, $630 for the Canadian citizenship application, $530 is the processing fee, and $100 is the citizenship fee. Select on this checkbox, I'm human, and then click on confirm payment. Once you come over here, you click on read and understood terms and condition and proceed to secure checkout. Now this is a page where you are going to provide all your credit card information and your address, everything, and checkout. I'm not going to pay here for obvious reason, but go ahead, pay it, and you will be getting the um, payment receipt which you need to upload in your application. Let me just show you how. Once you have paid your application fees, you can go back to that page and click on view all receipts. Over here you will be provided with the details, how much amount you have paid and the date and time. Click on this get receipt to get the receipt. Save it as a PDF and let's upload it on our application file. As you can see, I have already uploaded the payment receipt. You can click on view to view this document. This page is ready and now you have to just review and sign this. Once you review and sign, your application will be submitted with the IRCC. Okay, everything is, as you can see, ready. We are good over here. Click on continue and then over here provide your names. Let's say do Scooby, and city where you sign it, let's say Toronto, and clicking on you need to, I think, do this. Okay, you need to read all these terms and condition basically, and then click on sign and continue. It was saying that your application was signed successfully. Okay, you still have not submitted the application. Okay, you can download this application from here. Once you click on go back to your account, you'll be landing on this page. You can click on this blue button to submit your application. I'm not going to click on it because this application does not have any valid details. I'm not going to clog their workload, which is already very slow. So congratulations on filling on your application. If you during any of the step during the filling of this application, if you're stuck somewhere, mention it in the comments of this video and I'll reply to you and help you in filling and completing this application. Once the application is submitted, you might not receive any email from IRCC, but you will receive after some time, you'll receive an acknowledgement of receipt, which states that IRCC have received your application and is now working on it. Once the immigration officer has taken any decision on your application, they'll send you an email with the details of the test that you need to take a citizenship test. Once you pass this test, you will receive another email with the details of your oath ceremony. So congratulations on becoming a Canadian citizen and keep on watching this with my channel. Thank you.